So, in this session, we'll be talking about Python Django web development. So, how do we create a web application or a website using Python with Django? What is Django? Django is basically it's a Python web framework. So, it's nothing but a set of classes, okay, which are Python basically Python classes or methods, which are helping us to create Python-based web applications or websites. Sorry. Now, Django is a server-side web framework which uses Python for its development. Okay. Now, any web application can be developed using Django or website can be created. And this web application, it follows the MVT architecture. So when you say MVT architecture, it's nothing but model, view, and template. Okay, what is model? Model is nothing but our data. See, the data can be stored in the database. It can be retrieved from the database. So for that, we need to have a model. So every entity within the database will be maintained by a model. For example, if you take product, the product is a basically it's an entity. So there will be a model for product. There will be a model for sales. There will be a model for customer. Okay? So these are called models. So in MVT, M stands for model. So model denotes the data will be stored inside our database. Database can be anything. It can be SQLite, it can be MySQL, or it can be PLSQL, whatever it is. Right? Then what is view? V stands for view. If view is nothing but basically the view, it sends the picks the data or model from your backend database and sends it to the template. Okay, fine. So view is basically it helps us to have the data processed. So it sends the data to the template, so that the template is nothing but basically it's a like in a web page. It's a web page where it displays the data, it displays the various web elements. So all these things all these are called templates. So what view does is it picks the data by importing the model, and then it sends the data to the template, so the template can display the data in the prescribed format. So okay, so in Python, the template, it is not only a plain HTML, it's basically it's embedded Django code, so that the data can be iterated on. Okay, you can just display multiple data. So all these things can be done inside templates. So this is called model, view, and template. The view is basically will be called, basically view is nothing but it's basically Python code. So the view will be called, okay, from the URL. We call it as an URL, uniform resource location. So the view will be called depending on the request of the user. Okay, so depending on the request of the user, the corresponding view will be called. So the view will pick the data if required, and then it will send the data to the template. Okay, so the template will display the web page, okay, by picking the data which is sent by view. So view is basically it picks the data from the backend server. Okay, fine. So this is called model, view, template. Fine. So view, it acts as basically it's intermediary. It's a controller actually. It's a controller. Template is nothing but it displays the data in the appropriate format. Okay, so this is what is happening in Django. That's called MVT, model, view, and template. Okay. Now we had a brief introduction on MVT and Django. Now let us practically see how to create, okay, Django project. Okay, and what are the necessary elements from the ground up. What are the different things we require? Everything will tell you. So first look at this Django virtual environment and installations. So see, Django needs a virtual environment. So within our system, maybe the Windows or Linux or Mac, whatever it is, we need to create a virtual environment. That's called VNV. Okay, so that VNV will have the specific Django installation, using which we can develop the web application. Okay, and a single virtual environment, will, if it has a single Django installation, that is enough. So normally, every virtual environment will have a separate project, but it need not be like that. Okay, a single virtual environment can have multiple projects, and all these projects, they can share a single Django installation. Fine. So that is what we'll see. Now, if you look at the slide, now as you can see here, we need certain softwares. That's called, first pip is required. Suppose if you don't have anything in your system, you don't have Python, you can download latest Python. Okay, Python, I can install Python in your system. That's the first step. Install Python. Okay, so install Python. Then you need pip. Okay, what is pip? The expansion is preferred installer program. That's called pip. Preferred installer program. So you have to go to this HTTPS boot. Now this particular thing, for example, you see, I just copy this and show you that site. I just copy this. I'll go to my browser. Okay, I just show you the, at this. Just copy this. Control C, Control V. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, this is called, get pip.py. So you should have internet connection. You will get this Python file. You can download in your local system. Okay. So this is for installing pip. Okay. Then once you download this and save it in a file called, get underscore pip.py. So you can right click here and, save as. Okay, save as. Yeah, you can save it in local system. You can just save it here. Just it gets saved as get pip.py. You don't need to change anything. Just save it in C drive somewhere. Go to C drive and save it there. I already installed, so I am not doing it. Once you saved in C drive now, go to C drive. Go here. Okay, then you just say Python. Okay, get pip.py. You have to do this. That's it. Because I don't have already, I have installed it, so I deleted it. So you have to say Python get pip.py. So you will get pip also get installed. Okay, fine. Once that is done, now the third step is go. I'll just close this. The third step is the second step. Then you have to create the the Django virtual environment. What you're supposed to do is, I'm just going to create a new virtual environment. Python -m. Okay, DENV. I'll say Django. In C drive there is no virtual. I'll just show you that. In my C drive, you can see here there is no django env. I'm going to create an environment called django env. Okay, I'll just go here, django env. So this is a command for creating virtual environment. I'll just give enter. So it takes just few seconds. So it's creating the virtual environment for you. So within this virtual environment, you'll be creating your projects. Okay, you will be installing your the Django, everything, Django framework, everything. So now look at this. Now I'll just show you here. Look at this. And look at this Django. I'll just refresh this. You can see here. The Django env created 9:10 at 5:06 p.m. Okay, fine. So now what happened? I'll just go here cd Django. I'll just say Django env. Django. Yes. Oh, I made a mistake. I put okay cd. Okay, I gave a name. It doesn't matter. Go env. I made a spelling mistake. The snag go env I given. Okay, fine. Now what I had to activate this environment. So what I'll do, I'll just say cd. I'll just say script. There will be a folder called script. I'll just show you that. There will be a folder called script. What I'll just say scripts / activate. The system path is not fine. Just a cd scripts. Then I'll say cls activate. So look at this. You got activated. Okay. See this denotes that the environment Django environment is activated. Okay, fine. So once you finish your project, so you can deactivate. So you can just say deactivate. You can do it at last, of course. It got deactivated. Again, if you want to activate now, got activated, I'll just say CLS. Okay, now it's ready. Before I create the project, now I should create a Django installation. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just say, see, within this environment, I am just creating, I'm just installing Django. See, for every environment, you have to install Django once. So I'll say pip install the Django. This time, don't make any spelling mistake. Pip install Django. Look at this, collecting Django. So this is enough for one environment. Only once is enough for one environment. How many number of projects you do create doesn't matter. One Django will be enough. It's installing right now. So this is being installed in the environment called GDJNA Go. Okay, En. So once finished installing the Django, now we can create projects. Under the project, we can create apps. All these things we can. Takes few minutes. Fine. So once it has completed now, we just start our. We will create our project by giving the command called Django admin. Then start project. Give a project name anything you want. Fine. Then once you get into that project, you have to create apps inside that project. Okay. Then we will just start developing the successfully installed everything Django. Fine. Yeah, it's good. You can just say Django is installed. Now I'll just start creating the project. Say the Django admin start project. I'll say project. Project. I'll say 0910. Okay, start project. So you see, look at this. It got created. Look at this. Oh, somewhere I made a mistake. What did I? What I did was, okay, I should have created here. Okay, I'll create here. It should be not inside scripts folder. Okay, it should be inside. Well, later on we'll delete it. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it should be inside your Django environment. Okay. Now I create a project. See, I'll just say CD project not 9. Okay, now look at this. I'll just show you that there will be two files. One is called manage.py, another is will be a folder with the same name as the project name. Now what I'll do, I'll just say manage.py start app main. Okay, so this will be an app. We create an app actually. Fine, we have finished the project creation and a single app inside that project. Now what I'll just go to my Sublime editor, Sublime text editor. Fine, I'll just cancel everything. I'll just say file, open folder. I'll go to my C drive. I just say DC. Look at that. This particular folder environment I'll select. Okay. In fact, within the environment I should have selected the project. I'll just go here, open folder. Yeah, I'll select this. Look at this. It was created 9:10 at 5:10 p.m. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay, look at this. We have created the project. This is a project actually, and this is the main app. Main app. Fine. So now what shall we do? I'll just go to my settings.py inside the project. I'll just add that app first. My app name is main. So I'll put single quotation main. Then I'll put a command. I'll just save it. I'll just save it. Now I'll just come back here. Okay. I'll just say, okay, manage file run server. Run server. Okay, I think the project has started successfully. Look at this. I'll just open the Google Chrome. Just say localhost 8000. Yeah, Django started running. Look at this. See, this is the port number. See, look at this. 1227.0.0.1 8000. This is the IP address. I can give the IP address also. I'll just say HTTP 127.0.0.1 slash 8000. Sorry, colon 8000. Look at this Django. Okay, it got started running. It started running. Okay, fine. You can see here it started running without any problem. Now what shall we do? I'll just make some customized pages here. I'll just go here. I will create Okay, one inside. I'll go to my views file. See, I told you, no, we need to have a views file. Model will create later on. There will be a models.python. We'll create model later because we are not touched upon the database connectivity. So I'll go to my views.py. So this is where you create your controller. I'll just say f index. Index is one of the controllers. Request argument it takes. Then return render. Render is going to render a page using that request argument, and is going to render a page called index.html. Fine, index.html. So this is a controller actually. Now this is going to return okay a index.html. But this now the index.html will be blank. Blank means only with a heading. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Now once we have created the controller, I go to my urls.py. I'm just giving a URL. Okay, the URL will be given by the user so that the URL will take him to the controller or view.py. Look at this. This is view.py, inside which we have an index.controller. So in URL, I'll create a URL for that path. I'll just say an empty URL if it is given. That means what? See, if the page is opened this way without anything empty, just IP address with port number. Okay, I should open views dot index comma name is equal to index. See what is views dot index. Now look at this. This particular URL.py is within our project, but that views is inside our main. So what I do, I had to import that. I say from a main package import views. That's it. From main package. See now this is this project 910 and this main. Look at this. See this main, okay, and this project they are siblings. Now I am here. Actually, I'm in urls.py. So I should say from main means it can go to the next the folder called main. Main is basically it's an app folder. From there import views. Okay, then once you import it, within that views I got an index method. Okay, you call that method. You call that method. That's what we see. See when the URL pattern is empty path. Empty path means this way, like this, or localhost whatever it is, without any pages or something whatever it is. Okay, or call this home what without nothing. I just open directly. In that case, it should hit this views.index, which is a controller. Views.index. Index is basically it's a method. The views is the basically it's a package. Okay, fine. Now I go to my views.python. I just cross check. Yes, it's fine. It is there. But which is going to return index.html. Where is index.html? Now I again go to my Python okay folder or in a app. Here I just right click here, new folder. I create templates. Okay, just go here. Look at this. There is a template folder created within which I need to create two files. First file will be I just control S. See, it is within templates, and I'll say base.html. That should be base.html. Okay, so look at this. That's the base.html. Then again, I'll just say control N, control S. Okay, within the same templates folder, I'll create index.html. Okay, now these two are created. That's it. Now base.html will have HTML code. Look at this is a base page. Okay, then it will have some template code actually. Basically, it's Django code. Okay, this says block body, and this will be block end. Okay. Now this is your like in a base class actually. The base.html is like a base class. So this particular block body will be inherited by our HTML. Look at this. Now I'll say okay. This is the django code has to be included like this, and I'll say extends base.html. Okay, so index.html extends base.html. Okay, then what I'll do, I'll just say okay, I'll just copy that block body from base.html, control C, control B. Okay, so within this now, see, this is overriding. Basically, this index.html overrides, okay, the block which is there in your base.html. So here I'll say h1. This is heading page, heading page, heading page. I'll just save it. Now look at this. This, okay, the heading page from project 0910. I'll just say that way. Fine. Now I'll just go to my browser. Just refresh the page. I'll just start. I think the views is not defined. I'll just check it again. I'm running the server. It says no name views is not defined. That is why there is a problem. I'll go back here. In URL it says some problem. Okay. From main import views. See, main is basically it's the package within which we have views. Okay, fine. So I'll just say, I'll just check it, check the read the error again. Some problem. We'll just see that. Running the server again. I think there is no problem at all. Let us see that. Yeah, there is syntax error. Block end. Okay, block end expected. End block. It should be end block. I'll get block end. Na? It should be end block. I'll just say end block. Should be end block. I'll just save it. Okay, I'll just refresh the page again. Okay, restart the server again. There is no issues. Okay. Did you forget to register or load this tag? End block. We'll see that what is the problem. Block body, end block. Okay, block body. Yeah, there is a space. Just save it. End block. The error happens actually. It's unavoidable actually. You have to correct it. Yeah, I think there should be no problem at all. We'll see that. Yeah. So this heading page from project 910. Okay. So I'll just change again the page content so that it gets changed. I'll add one more h2 tag. This is heading 2. I'll save it. I refresh the page. We get this heading 2. Okay. Fine. So the things to be noted here, no, there should be a space after block body and there should be space around that block body, and end block around the end block also there should be spaces. Okay. So this is how we create project. Okay. In the next session we will start implementing one by one. How do we access various Python facilities, Python methods inside a web page, everything. I hope this session was useful. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.